Hello, good morning to all. In this class, we discuss about the new topic hydrocarbons. In that, the type of hydrocarbons, alkanes, their preparation, and some physical properties. So here, hydrocarbon means a compound of carbon and a hydrogen. Hydrocarbon andre it is a combination of carbon and a hydrogen. So these hydrocarbons are mainly classified as a saturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated hydrocarbons, aromatic hydrocarbons. So here the saturated hydrocarbon means the compound containing carbon-carbon single bonds. So for example, ethane molecule CH3 single bond CH3. If the compound containing carbon-carbon single bond, then it is called as a saturated hydrocarbons. Next, unsaturated hydrocarbon means hydrocarbons that containing carbon-carbon double or a triple bond. Either carbon-carbon double bond compound or a carbon-carbon triple bond type of compounds are present, then it is belongs to unsaturated hydrocarbons. Example, ethene molecule as well as a ethyne molecule. It contains double bond and a triple bond configuration. Those are all called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Next one is aromatic hydrocarbons. Benzene and its derivative are called as aromatic compounds. So either benzene compound or the derivative of benzene means the substituted benzene compounds are called as an aromatic hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are the combination of carbon and a hydrogen. Next, alicyclic compound. Cyclic compound which consist only of carbon atoms are called as alicyclic or a carbocyclic compounds. So compound ಇರಬೇಕು cyclic ಇರಬೇಕು means closed structure only contains a carbon atom along with that hydrogen atom. So that will belongs to alicyclic compounds. Example, cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclohexane. And heterocyclic compound means, so cyclic compounds, one of the atoms of carbon is replaced by other than carbon atom, for example nitrogen, sulfur or a oxygen, that belongs to heterocyclic compounds. So these are the example for heterocyclic compounds. Pyridine ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ other than thiopane, those are all heterocyclic compound. One of the atom is replaced by other than carbon atom in a cyclic compound, that belongs to heterocyclic compounds. So here the hydrocarbons are mainly classified as alkanes, alkenes and alkynes compound. So here alkanes means the compound having the general configuration CnH2n plus 2 composition, CnH2n plus 2. So here N is a number of carbon atom, CnH2n plus 2. So this one is the general composition of a alkanes. Here N is the number of carbon atom, that is 1, 2, 3 and so on. So alkanes usually single bonded compounds, then it will belongs to saturated types. So here are the example for this alkane molecule, that is methane. Here C1, methane means one carbon atom system, H 2 into 1 plus 2. 2 into 1 is 2, 2 plus 2, 4. CH4. Similarly for ethane, N is replaced by 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. In this molecule, 2 carbon atom along with the 6 hydrogen atom. Similarly for propane. So all these molecules will obey CnH2n plus 2 configuration. That type of compounds are called as an alkanes. So if you consider a methane molecule, the structure of methane molecule is like this. The carbon at the center, the 4 tetrahedral corner is replaced by a hydrogen, and the bond angle between this is 109.5 degree. Methane has a tetrahedral structure. Carbon hydrogen single bonds are present, hence this carbon is a sp3 hybridized carbon atom. Next, nomenclature of the organic compound. You all know about this nomenclature concept. So there are some steps to follow. Name the particular organic compound. So in that, first identify the longest chain in a given example. So this one is an example. So in order to name this compound, first identify the longest carbon chain. So here is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the longest carbon chain. If 7 is present, then you use the word "hapt" as a root word. Next, number the chain. The chain is numbered from left to right. Give a lowest number to the attacked alkyl group. So while naming the particular compound, the substituent group must attach to a lower number of the carbon. So here you can see this one is a one substituent, this is also substituent, this is also substituents. So from left to this carbon will get a second position. So if you are naming from right hand side, this carbon will get the fourth position. So this one is a load. The substituent must get the lowest number. Next, naming of that substituent. So identify the alkyl group, that is, so here methyl group is present, here also in third position also methyl group, this one is a ethyl group. Next, write the IUPAC name of this compound, that is, so here ethyl is present according to the alphabetical order. E comes first, after that M. So while naming this particular compound, you have to name the substituent first, after that their root word. So name becomes 4-ethyl 2,3 dimethyl heptane. So because all the carbon is linked to a single bond saturated, this will belongs to alkane family. Next one is preparation of alkanes from an unsaturated hydrocarbons. So in that, unsaturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated means the compound containing carbon-carbon double bond or a carbon-carbon triple bond compound. Those are all unsaturated compound. So here unsaturated hydrocarbon reacts with the hydrogen in presence of finely divided catalysts such as platinum, palladium or a nickel to form a alkane. This process is called as a hydrogenation. So this is the one of the method for preparation of a alkanes. So here is one example, that is CH2 double bond CH2 plus CH2. That is, this one is a unsaturated compound. The name of this compound is ethene. When it is reacts with a hydrogen, you will get the saturated compound. So you can take the another one example, that is propene. CH3 CH double bond CH2. So this one is a propene molecule. Upon react with a hydrogen, you will get propane, CH3 CH2 CH3. So this one is a alkane type. So this is the one of the method, that is hydrogenation method for the preparation of an alkanes. Next one is from alkyl halides. So alkyl halides on reduction with the zinc and a dilute hydrochloric acid produces a alkanes. So that is methyl chloride on reacted with a hydrogen in presence of a zinc or a H plus as a catalyst, you will get the CH4 plus HCl as a molecule. Similarly, you can take the example of chloroethane on reacted with the hydrogen, you will get the corresponding molecule. So you can take another example also. So here is the example, that is chloropropane. When it is react with a hydrogen in presence of a zinc as a catalyst, you will get the propane molecule. Or you can take the example chloroethane, that is C2H5 Cl. When it is reacted with the hydrogen and a zinc, you will get the ethane, that is C2H6. So these are the method for the preparation of alkenes from a alkyl halide complex. So next one is haloalkanes on react with a metallic sodium in a dry ether to form a symmetrical alkanes with double the number of carbon atom present in a alkyl halide. This one reaction is nothing but a Woods reaction. Alkyl halide on reacted with a sodium metal in a dry ether, you will get the higher alkane. Here is the example, that is bromomethane upon reacted with the sodium in presence of BrCH3. So with the dry ether as a catalyst, you will get the ethane molecule CH3 plus NaBr, or you can use the bromomethane, that is C2H5Br on reacted with sodium and BrC2H5, you will get the N-butanes. So this kind of reactions are Woods reaction, that is alkyl halide reacts with the sodium in presence of a dry ether, you will get the higher alkane. So here you can write two molecules of CH3Br. So instead of these two molecule, you can replace it as 2CH3Br with Na, you will get CH3CH3, or CH3Br plus Na plus BrCH3. So this kind of reactions are nothing but a Woods reaction. Next one is preparation of alkane from carboxylic acid. So in that decarboxylation method. So here the sodium salts of carboxylic acid are CONA on heating with a soda lime. Soda lime is a combination of NaOH and a CaO, calcium oxide, from alkanes containing one carbon atom less than the salt. So here ethanoate sodium ethanoate on reacted with NaOH in presence of calcium oxide, you will get the methane and Na2CO3. So this one is one of the method for the preparation of a alkane, that is decarboxylation method. Next method is coal-based electrolytic method. A concentrated aqueous solution of sodium or a potassium salts of carboxylic acid on electrolysis form alkane containing even number of carbon atom at the anode. So in this method we are using a free radical mechanism concept. So initially CH3CH3, so that is ethane molecule on react with the carbon dioxide and a H2 plus NaOH is the, so here sorry, so initially we are using a sodium acetate, that is CH3COO-Na. So on hydrolysis with the electrolysis concept, you will get CH3CH3 plus 2CO2 plus H2 plus NaOH. So this one is alkane molecule. So the mechanism of this process is that 2CH3COO minus Na plus, on ionization it will produce a CH3COO minus plus Na plus. Next, at the anode site, this unstable CH3COO minus will produce a methyl free radical with the liberation of a carbon dioxide. After that, this methyl free radical will combine to give CH3CH3. So this is at the anodic side. At the cathode, water molecule reacts with the one electron, so it will produces OH minus and a hydrogen free radical. The two hydrogen free radical will combine to produces hydrogen gas. So this is the coal based electrolysis method. So these three steps are carried out in a coal-based electrolysis method. In that, first one is a dissociation, that is ionization of a sodium acetate into CH3COO minus plus Na plus. So this is the ionization step. After that, anodic reaction for the formation of a free radical. That free radical will combine to give a higher alkane. At a cathode, the hydrogen free radical is formed that will converted in the form of hydrogen gas. So this one is a coal-based electrolytic method. I will repeat once. So in a coal-based electrolytic method, the electrolysis will takes place. Electrolysis means the reaction in presence of a anode and a cathode. Here using an electrolyte as a sodium acetate CH3CONA that will ionizes. It will give a CH3CO minus as well as Na plus. After that, at the anode part, methyl free radical is produced. You will get the ethane. At cathode, hydrogen free radical is converted into H2 gas. Next one is properties of alkane. So in that physical properties, alkenes are colorless and odorless. They possesses weak van der Waals force of attractions. Alkane having 1 to 4 carbon atoms are gases, means carbon number 1 or 4. So that is meth, eth, prop, but. So up to that but, the alkenes are present in a gaseous state. After that 5 to 17 carbon atom they are present in a liquid state, and 18 carbon or more than that containing carbon atoms are in a solid state. The structure of alkenes. The alkenes will have the general configuration CnH2n plus 2 with a sp3 hybridized carbon atom, and a bond angle in case of a methane it is a 109.5 degree. Next, boiling and a melting point. Boiling point increases with the increase in molecular weight as the van der Waals force increases with the increase in a molecular weight. Larger the number of carbon atom present in a alkane, the boiling point also automatically increases. Next, melting point. With the increase in a molecular weight, because it is difficult to break the intermolecular forces of attraction between the higher alkanes, their melting point also increases. So these are some physical properties, that is they are colorless in nature, odorless, they possesses weak van der Waals forces, 1 to 4 carbon atoms are gases, 5 to 17 are liquid, and higher than that are in a solid state. Increase in a number of carbon atom, the melting and as well as a boiling point also increases, that is in case of alkanes. So one homework for you, that is write the structure for the compound pentane 3-ol. Next, 3-methyl 1-butanol, 2-methyl butane 1-ol, 2,2 dimethyl propane 1-ol. So write the structure for this molecule. Thank you.